And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes. I am discouraged, to say the least. So let's talk about the market in NBA 2K22. My team, I'm a little dour. I just got off stream. I'm just burnt out on 2K in general. Sorry for anybody that was in the stream. I was being a little moody. Let's say that. Anyways, trying to complete these painful objectives, win 5 unlimited straight. By the way, if you dashboard or quit, it doesn't count as a loss for some reason, so you can try to get that done yourself. Same goes for limited. Not sure if the same goes for triple threat online. I haven't tested that one out specifically, but I will look to try that out. Same with triple threat offline. I'm not entirely sure, but I guess I will try that out and see what's going on. Now, obviously, today we got the Flash 4 packs. The packs themselves they were a great drop. The odds weren't good as per usual, but let me go through and talk about the players involved and if they're worth it or not. So we're not seeing a huge drop on guys like David Robinson. Now we are seeing a drop on Anthony Davis, which I think is actually kind of crazy. Like, people are saying he's just slightly worse micing, but I don't believe that to be the case at all. Anthony Davis is different. Clyde Drexler is probably the best buyout shooting guard in the entire game. I mean that with like the utmost certainty. Clyde Drexler looks incredible. He is incredible. I've played against him a bunch of times already. And if he drops any lower than 70K, I'm absolutely picking him up. No hesitation, for sure. Is he going to replace my boy Bingo Smith? Remains to be seen. It is what it is. Penny Hardaway is the most annoying card in this game on both current and next gen. If you are trying to spam behind the backs and rim run to your heart's content, Penny Hardaway is the card for you. Now, he can't get defensive badges, and he's not the greatest defender on his own, but that doesn't really matter on next gen, to be honest with you. And if you play off-ball defense, like, your CPU will just abuse people defensively anyway. Him being 6'7" makes him like legitimately one of the most annoying cards to deal with in this entire game. Thankfully, he's still got an 83 three-pointer with a relatively solid release, so you're not even getting out of it by leaving him open like you would with someone like Magic Johnson or anything. Like, Penny Hardaway is super annoying, and the fact that he is a buyout, yeah, he's not going to play elite level defense, but he's going to play defense good enough, and he's going to be able to just decimate your opponent on the offensive end if you know what you're doing. Absolutely. Brandon Ingram is great. You can get him for basically discard value. And honestly, like, he's not the greatest defender. He's actually a pretty bad defender. But once again, if you're on next gen, it really doesn't matter. And if you're looking for a pure, competent scorer that can handle the ball and shoot the 3-ball, Brandon Ingram is kind of what you're looking for. Now, that being said, I will say it again. He is not a good defender whatsoever, but if you put some perimeter defensive shoes on him, maybe a lateral quickness boost, he's not too bad. He can get clamps and stuff, I believe. Let me double check that. I believe you can give him clamps, though. Yeah, you can. You can give him clamps. You can give him rim protector and stuff like that. There's just so many good small forward options that I would say that you could probably get someone who, at the same price, will give you a little bit more all-around game. But I think Brandon Ingram is really good on his own. Like, legitimately. Same with Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges is nasty. If you're looking for a pure, out-of-the-box, fantastic small forward, the only issue I have with this card is I wish you could play shooting guard. If you could play shooting guard, I would love this card significantly more. That being said, how much better is he than someone like a Sadiq Bey or a Matisse Thybulle at the small forward position? Remains to be seen. I'm not really sure about that personally, but I mean, 6'6", he's got good length, easy to time jump shot. The ball handle does leave a little bit to be desired, but 90 perimeter defense, 94 steal. Altogether, really solid, dude. Like, super tight. Where is Furkan Korkmaz, my boy, Matisse Thybulle? So he's a little bit better than Matisse offensively, I would say, altogether, but defensively, Matisse is still the way to go. He's even a better ball handler than Mikal Bridges, which I think is kind of interesting. He's also faster. I mean, both of these guys, Mikal and Brandon Ingram, are worth picking up for the price they're going for. Same with Poku. I don't think he's really the best card in the world, but if you can get him for like 1,400 MT, I don't see why not. You can get him for probably cheaper than that, honestly. And I think it's worth it to have him. He's a 7-foot tall power forward. You know what I mean? He's not really altogether great at anything. He does have kind of a slow jump shot as well, but I mean, he's 7 foot tall. You know what you're getting with Poku. Like, we've all experienced Poku cards at this point. Honestly, I might even like him better if he could play center. That would be toxic. All right, looking at John Wall, he is like substantially too expensive for sure. I saw one go for $1 million earlier. What is wrong with you guys? Don't pay $1 million for John Wall. I know nobody watching my channel has done that, but still, Jesus. George Mikan, probably the best buyout big man in the game. I like Moses Malone a lot, and Nate Thurmond is also a buyout, so it's tough to really say. He's easily the most complete buyout big man in the game. I will say the one thing that I will say about him is that he seems to be incredibly weak on the defensive end, regardless of his badges. And he also doesn't seem to want to dunk the ball ever, even though he has a 95 driving dunk. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a... No, I mean, he's got a 95 driving dunk tendency. I mean, everything checks out. I think it's just like 2K recognizes that it's a 50s white guy and they don't want to allow him to do these things, which makes sense. He does need some badge additions, but for the most part, he's overall solid. I mean, he has gold rim protector, gold intimidator, gold rebound chaser. Like, all the defensive badges are gold. I just don't know what it is. For some reason, he just doesn't want to like hoop at the level he should be hooping at. Corner specialist is definitely something I would recommend giving him. You could definitely get away with giving him like hyperdrive clamps. Obviously, another thing that I would definitely give him. Interceptors probably helpful. Blinders is almost a necessity. Limitless spot up as well, so you can boost out from like, you know, deep range and stuff like that. A fully badged out Mikan, quick first step is absolutely a necessity, no question about it. Same with Deadeye. If you can give him these badges, I think he's really, really solid. It just is a matter of he needs these badges, not really necessarily to succeed, but they're helpful. Deadeye is definitely going to be extremely helpful for George Mikan for sure, because he's got kind of an awkward jump shot, so people are able to close out on him pretty well. Marcus Smart, I don't really have too much to say about Marcus Smart. I mean, he's a really solid overall card. You should definitely pick him up for like the no MT he's going for. There's no difference between this George Mikan and the other George Mikan now. They've rectified that. Unless you're going for the lock-in, there's no point to pick up that one. It's just more expensive. Drexler, you're going to want to pick this Drexler up if you can. Obviously, I know the price difference is definitely, you know, something. But this Drexler right here, man, he can hold every badge in the game because he's an NBA 75 card. And he's already pretty standard good, but you're able to give him badges that you shouldn't really be able to give to him. But either way, you can make this card an absolute monster. Yeah, that limitless spot up on Drexler is stupid. Like, that's what you need to do for sure. All right, now let's look at some other cards that might have been affected by the market crash. Nate Thurman's a little bit cheaper if you've been interested in him. He's definitely worth picking up for sure if you're looking for like a speed demon center. I still think Mikan is the fastest center technically, but Nate Thurman's still really quick as well. Pete Maravich is down in price if this is kind of what you're looking for. I think this is about where Pete Maravich's price is going to stay, though. We're going to start getting some more overpowered cards pretty soon. All these guys are down in price. It really just depends what you're looking for. You know what I mean? Now, limited is still going on. So you're going to see guys who, you know, have never been this expensive, more expensive, like DeAndre Ayton. 9,000 is not bad. I'll take 9,000 for Ayton. I'm done playing limited for the weekend, I think. So if I can get 9K for Ayton, I will definitely take that. I don't even think I was using him. No, I was using Ha Sung Jin instead. So I will take 9Gs if I can do it. So yeah, let me get 9Gs. Also, let me get my 700 MT for D-Rob. Looking at some other cards that you can get a decent amount of MT for in regards to limited. If you have Juwan Howard will get you about 4K. It's not terrible. It's not bad either. Desmond Mason will get you about 8. He's one of the most overpowered limited cards, at least in my opinion. Anyway, even the regular version of Desmond Mason should get you about 7K, which is really solid. If you have Derrick Rose, you're going to be getting a nice 8K or so. Overall, solid payday, especially for a card you're probably not going to use. Some of the primetime guys definitely are worthwhile. Like Gerald Wallace will get you about 9K. You could get an easy 100K if you clear your collection. Alex English as well, I think, will get you a decent amount. 7K for Alex English. He'll be back down to 2000 MT on like Monday. So I recommend selling these now and getting rid of them before their price tanks even further. Dunktober Josh Smith as well. Like, he's even more expensive. Like, I'm probably going to sell him. Tell me I can get 12K for Josh Smith. Yeah, I'm never going to use this card. Unless it's like a limited type scenario, and then I would use him. But I'd rather take the 12K. He'll be back down to like 6 or 7K. Like I said, like Monday or Tuesday. So I'd rather get the 12 for him now if I can. We'll see. Looking at some other guys that have fallen in price, look at any point guard. Isaiah Thomas is really cheap. He was like 40K earlier, which is crazy. I think this is the most he's going to fall, though. Yeah, I'm guessing speculation guys just bought him up and put him back up for 62, though. He was legitimately 46K earlier. So keep an eye on Isaiah Thomas. This one's 57. That's actually pretty good price, if I'm being honest. Klay Thompson hasn't really fallen that much. Nothing really changed in regards to him. Trey has fallen as well. He's really cheap. You can get Trey Young for probably around 30K. And as much as he's annoying me right now in Unlimited, I think it's probably worth 30K for Trey Young at this point. Like, that's a decent come up. Looking at the Flash guys, like I said, we're not seeing a huge drop in a lot of these cards, unfortunately. Any of the limited edition guys drop. Jason Kidd's going to drop in price a lot because John Wall's just significantly better than him at everything, really. So Jason Kidd's around 50K right now. So if you're looking for a 3-and-D option, or just mainly like a defensive point guard, definitely go pick him up. Let's look. I think somebody really interesting was a buyout. Was it? Oh, Embiid. Yeah, Embiid was a buyout earlier. He was like 88K. Definitely, I don't know if that's really a worthwhile investment, but if you're looking for a center, you could do a lot worse. Is Marion a buyout yet? I wouldn't be shocked to see that. Why do they do my man Marion like this? They really don't want to see my boy shine. Chris Webber, is he a buyout? No, he's not. Crazy. Moments cards, all these guys are cheaper. Even like Jimmy Butler is cheaper by a little bit. I don't really think he's necessarily worth it, but you could probably come up on Dolph Shays maybe for slightly cheaper, but I doubt it. Andre Karolinko is more expensive than he has been in the last couple weeks because we didn't get any wings. So if you're looking for a time to sell Karolinko, I think now would be a great time to do so. Looking at badges, we are seeing a little bit of an inflation in certain badges, especially like Limitless Spot Up and stuff like that. Like, we're seeing Silver Limitless go for like 14K. It was going for like, I think 7 the other day, so it's definitely up by like almost 50%. Even badges like Glue Hands are up a little bit. Silver Glue Hands is like, 8K now. It was like 4 the other day. Wonder if even something like Ankle Braces is up. Yeah, it was like 1,500 earlier. So badges are at a massive price spike right now. So especially if they go towards, John Wall or George Mikan or something. Look at how expensive Sniper is right now. Crazy. Even Volume Shooter is up from what I've seen. Yeah, it was like 700. Blinders is probably up as well. I'm not saying now is the best time to sell badges, because I still think next week, right before the 250K tournament, is probably the best time to sell badges, because everyone's going to be looking to load up their squads or whatever. But you could make some decent MT if you didn't want to wait until next weekend. Like, now's a good time to make MT. Even some of the bronze badges are going for a decent amount, like bronze Glue Hands. Yeah, like 4,000. Do I have bronze Limitless? I feel like I thought I did, but I guess I don't. I think even Corner's going for a decent amount. Yeah, Corner's going for like 5K. You can make a decent amount on badges. Anyways, it's been your boy Cheap Ludes, everybody. Shout out to everybody that was in the stream. Like I said, sorry. I'm mentally been having a bad couple days. And I have been exuding that so-called negative energy on stream, and I do apologize for that. Financial situation isn't really tight right now. Pretty stressed out at the moment. 2K is not helping things, but I will be back with more content tomorrow. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. I might stream on YT, might stream on Twitch. I haven't really decided yet, so let me know which one would be better for you down in the comments below. And as always, I don't know where I was going with that. As always, have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.